Oh, it's funny. You finna walk away. Oh, you finna walk away. You ain't got nothing to say now.
Like it's not.
You ain't got nothing to say? Stop doing this. Stop walking. Stop doing this. Stop trying me. Stop doing this goofy stuff. Crazy. I'm pregnant. I'm finna forget you.
All right, CO, start the show.
What up, what up? It's the CO Show podcast. I am your host, CO, and this is the show where we talk current entertainment news. And when you get online and you get in the comments, you ain't like you can get your stuff off in the comments, like you leave it. Only people gonna see it is your followers. Outside of that, ain't nobody gonna see it because ain't none of us got a blue check. But this is the show right here where we let you come get your shit off and everybody get to see it. We also talk a little dating news right here. And in talking dating, everybody think they know everything when it comes to dating. But what's the one thing we all have in common? We ain't got no damn body. But today, I brought my people with me, Cree.
Hello.
And I got my guy, Julio. Julio a little bit different, but I'm going to let both of y'all introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Cree Montague, Atlanta native. Go Atlanta, yay. I'm from the west side, which is the best side.
What's the west side?
Don't.
No, I'm not from here.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I thought you was being funny. I thought you were being funny. The west side is, if you're not familiar with Atlanta, then you kind of wouldn't know, but it's like amazing.
I mean, I know the parts. I'm just saying, like, I go by malls.
Oh,
like,
so the Weston Mall.
Okay,
Weston
that's my
Mall.
old stomping ground.
Oh, okay, Weston Mall, the AUC.
I went to see
Morehouse. Oh,
I play ball.
Also, then you know the west side.
Yeah, but some people call the west, when someone says west, I just think 20 West.
No, sir.
Oh, okay.
No.
I'm wrong. Whatever.
No.
Okay. So let them know where you can find you at.
You can find me at Questions with Cree. That's Questions with QRI. I spell my name Cree. I spell my name QRI. So like Cree Summer, but QRI. On Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Bebo, MySpace, and everything else.
Damn, MySpace.
You need a manual to come early.
Oh, man. Julio ATL is what I go by, underscore actually after ATL. I'm from Savannah, Georgia. Been here since like 09.
Okay.
And I'm actually married, so that's what makes me a little different on this panel.
Yeah.
But I got a lot of perspective on dating and what I think it should be and what it should look like. I'm ready to get into that.
Hey, man, I'm going to tell you right now, I look up to the man because I'm not married, never been married.
I'm married.
You are?
In my head.
Who? To who?
Do he know? Or she? I'm sorry.
It's a he.
Oh, okay.
And it's in my head, so I have the structure, you know.
Does he have a name?
I can't give him a name, because then what if when he comes to life, it's a different name? Then I gotta start all over.
So do y'all argue?
Sometimes sometimes I have to what do you do in marriage? Compromise.
Oh, okay.
Compromise and communicate.
And communicate, right. So sometimes I have to, adjust, and I'm learning how to do that.
Okay, Cree's a little crazy. That's fine. Some women are crazy, and you can't blanketly say it. So she lets you know she's crazy up front. That's fine. But we're gonna start out on a sad note. It's been a busy week, and I'm sure y'all have been paying attention to social media. But and when I say young, he's 28 years old. It's a rapper in Dallas, Texas, named Mo3. He was gunned down basically on an interstate in Dallas, and the guys were chasing him in a car. And for some reason, I don't know if he wrecked the car or not, he ended up getting out the car and trying to run away. And I don't really know why he would do that other than the fact that maybe he wrecked it. But they shot him. And it's a sad situation because it's a young black man, 28 years old. He's a father of, I think it was 2 kids. And it's a sad situation. And Texas, honestly, in the past 5 days, has just been a busy place. Because he got shot and killed. And then Lil Boosie was a friend of his. And he had a candlelight vigil, basically, in Dallas, Texas, for his death. Boosie attends the candlelight vigil. And he gets shot in the leg. Luckily, he's still alive. But I'm just thinking, in Dallas, Texas, it must be a crazy, crazy, crazy place for young. And we had the guy, I think it was a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, King Von, who got killed right here in Atlanta. So it's just a sad, sad time for rappers. Definitely young black men who are rappers. that have been getting killed. I want to know how y'all feel about it and how has it affected you in any way.
Okay, you go ahead.
Coming from someone that is really big on activism and Black Lives Mattering and fighting for Black men, I feel like it's a slap in the face. Just because I have done a lot of work, a lot of work, and it's tiring. So to carry that weight of fighting for people that are continuously showcasing that they don't care about themselves, it's kind of like, well, why the hell am I doing what I'm doing if I'm fighting a fight against white people and I've got to fight a fight against Black people? And it's kind of conflicting in a lot of different circumstances, but then also I blame them. I don't blame the people that, of course I blame the people that like shot them and killed them and took their life.
Yes.
But there was a reason why I wasn't shot. Meaning I have not put myself in that position. And I understand who I am and what I'm worth. So when drama does come my way, I know how to maneuver. When I do, meaning King Von, I never listened to his music, but he had a lot of supporters. So when you know your worth, you're not going to dibble and dabble and entertain people that are beneath you. Meaning the guy that shot him, the Quando Rondo, whatever the drama beef was, there was still some back and forth that went on.
Yes.
But you can't argue with someone that's not arguing back with you. Meaning Beyonce is not about to go and argue with someone. She's not about it because she knows her worth and she knows the legacy she's trying to leave. So I feel like if our rappers and our Black men that have so much influence would just take the time to realize their worth and stop entertaining the bullshit, we wouldn't have to keep getting faced with bullshit. We wouldn't have to keep getting faced with, another death, another rapper died. Like, that makes me not even want to be on fucking social media. If I'm going to a funeral every single day.
That's what it seems
mentally, like it's absolutely insane. We're mourning George Floyd. We're mourning Breonna Taylor. We're mourning Rayshard Brooks. We're mourning Emmett Till. We're mourning all these people as it is just for them being Black. Then on top of that, we got to mourn the people that attempt to take us out of our reality and bring us into their world. So we're mourning on both sides. Like, it's just...
It's the good with the bad. And those cats, they got the wrong people around them. Because the right people will tell you, all right, you have to... I was telling my wife the other day, it's how you talk to people. You can have a disagreement in a club situation. It's how I talk to you. You could tell the guys who may be street guys but are promoters now, club owners, it could be a bad situation. They're going to talk to you with respect because they don't want stuff to pop off. They can put hands on you. They can pay people to put hands on you, but it's not necessary all the time. Sometimes they have to learn to walk away in conflict resolution. And I think with young people, they don't like to listen like we were when we were that age. And they got the wrong people around them, the wrong influence. Oh, you're a punk if you let them talk to you like that. Well, you get to wake up tomorrow and go be that man again instead of thinking you're a punk because you fought somebody or you shot somebody. When did we stop putting hands on people? When did that part get out of the game?
I think younger guys are a little bit different now in this day and age. Like, I grew up in, I guess, what you would call the hood. And back then, yes, you would fight. Like, you had to fight to kind of, like, establish yourself coming up. It never went to the point of guns or people getting shot. And I think guns were around back then because I saw them, but it was never just taken to that point. The King Von situation, we were just talking about, I actually watched a documentary on it yesterday, and it wasn't even a documentary. It was an interview.
Already?
Well, he has one on his own, but
oh my God.
This was an actual interview that his manager did. He got shot as well, and he was just basically saying
King Von's manager.
Yes, he got shot
at the same incident?
Oh, in the leg or something like that. Like, okay,
they were in a car together. He basically stated them being at that club was a surprise. It was King Von's calling to be there. Like, he said something last minute, like, oh, we're going to go to this club. Nobody else knew that they were going to this club. He said when they got to the club, Von was already there in the car, and because he drove a separate car with some girl and a guy that they were smoking. And when they got there, they were just sitting there, and everybody was like, all the security was there with them. And they said, hey, what is he taking? Like, what is he doing? Like, why are we taking so long? Why are we not going in? So the manager said he gets out the car, goes over there like, bro, what's up? Let's go. We going in? What's up? And he says, all right, cool, whatever. So they get ready to go in, but before they even get out the car, one of Von's boys comes to the door and basically looks at him and says, yo, such and such is over there. And it was the guy he had beef with. And he was standing outside of the car. So immediately he snaps, gets out the car, and he had already said on social media before that he was going to do something when he saw him. So he immediately, like a hothead, hops out the car, runs over there, and when he runs over there, he automatically starts hitting him. The problem is when he had been hitting him for all of 2 seconds, and one of his boys, the guy he attacked, came out. He was in a car. He said they drove around or something like that. And he automatically started shooting, and he hit him, and that's how he got shot. And so for me, yes, he could have avoided that situation. Like, you have people who count on you. People, like, you made it. You essentially made it from from Chicago in the projects. You had made a name for yourself, even if it was a bad one. Because in the past, clearly he had been to jail for 3.5 years. He beat a murder charge. He beat 2 attempted murder charges. That's why he was in jail for it. From 19 to like 23, he was in jail. And he was on trial, and they wouldn't let him out until the trial finished. So essentially, you beat that. And I'm thinking, like, and
for nothing.
If you didn't beat it, maybe it would have saved your life. Like, if you didn't beat the charge.
And what was the beef for? That's the part I wanted. What was so serious that you had to on site? Did he touch somebody in your family? Did he touch a girl? Did he like?
Funny thing is, this all goes back to like, and I don't know. They never said what the beef was about, but I don't care what it was about. Like, I don't care. You have children, my nigga. You have children, like, who count on you. And when you have children, who cares what anybody else is doing? You have children. Like, that's all that making it home to your kids is all that needs to be on your mind. The Mo3 situation, I can't really say how he got set up or what it was. I just know that they said some guy they pulled up on him, started shooting. And that's how he ended up getting killed. Boosie is Boosie. Like, what can we really say? We don't really know what made that happen.
At what point do you stop doing club? Like, Boosie makes enough money where he don't have to do random club appearances and he can have security. So at what point?
No, but Boosie wasn't in a club, though. He was at a candlelight vigil it wasn't a funeral. He went to,
why would you shoot him? He had nothing to do with what my man said.
Ain't no telling who Boosie was with.
I feel like they probably weren't aiming at Boosie. They probably were just aiming at his.
But what's the point? You already got the dude. You got the guy you wanted. He's dead. He's no longer there.
And then one person I didn't mention. This wasn't in Dallas. This was in Houston, Texas.
The 3 rappers?
Over the weekend. This was the 3rd rapper.
Oh, okay.
His name is Benny the Butcher. He's from Buffalo, New York.
I heard about that.
Like, it's not funny, but he was at Walmart. When can you not go to Walmart in broad daylight? And they said the guys pulled up, said, give me your jewelry. And they said he was moving too slow, so they ended up shooting him. He got shot in the leg. But I saw a video today. He looks to be fine.
Yeah,
like, he was on crutches and getting on the jet. That. But it's crazy out here for young black men, rappers. Like, when they say being a rapper is a dangerous job, it really is. But I think a couple of things that could help you out as a rapper, and I'm clearly not one, so I can't tell you what to do. Being on social media with a lot of cash, one problem. Being on social media with a lot of jewelry, second problem. But essentially, that's your job as a rapper.
You have to look the part. You got to look the part.
But the problem with looking the part to your fans, you look the part to sharks. And they want food, and you look like food, essentially.
And my thing is, if you know you're in somebody else's city, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. This is my theory with any city. If there's a rap song and that part of the city's in it, I'm not specifically going there. I'll go somewhere else. If I need to go to Walmart, there's Walmarts all over the place. I don't got to go in the 3rd Ward or 5th Ward or wherever to prove I'm tough. I'm not doing, what's his name, the Mexican with all the hair?
Oh, 6ix9ine.
I'm not doing that. That's stupid.
Well, he's just an idiot. I'm so shocked that he made it this far.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's still walking.
Yeah, I'm very surprised.
Even with the security, I'm surprised they're still walking, or he can hire security.
Speaking of beefing rappers, that's all our time for this segment. Coming up in the next segment, we're going to talk about the versus battle coming up, Jeezy versus Gucci. It was Jeezy versus T.I. I don't really know what happened. Maybe they know what happened. They know why it changed. But now it's Jeezy Gucci. T.I. Lil Wayne, that's a great battle right there. But coming up, we're going to talk about that in the next segment. Stay tuned. Now we're back. As I stated before, Gucci versus Jeezy this Thursday, Apple, whatever it is, wherever they playing it at, and Instagram. The versus battle is going on. Who y'all got?
Big Snow. Hands down, not even close.
Not even close?
I know it's going to offend people.
Please
I know
elaborate.
I know what Gucci means to the culture, but hit for hit, it's not even close. Tell me something that he did bigger than that's even on the level of Soul Survivor.
Well, nothing.
Hold on. Put on.
She a little stunned right now.
Excuse
Trap or
me.
die.
Lemon pepper wings with the freeze cup. Hello.
All right, we want to know who you pick because it sounds like you picked.
Gucci.
I'm not picking Gucci, but I'm not picking Jeezy either because that's just not
know
a
those
fair
are-
Oh, you're not
match.
watching.
That's not a. Yeah, I'm not gonna watch.
Let's have this conversation.
Oh, my
I just feel like it depends on what the criteria that we're judging on is.
It's called music.
No. Like he said, for the culture and like mainstream, if we're judging Gucci, if we're judging,
You say mainstream and Gucci.
yes.
Gucci's fans aren't mainstream.
But I'm saying Gucci has partnered with a lot of mainstream artists and pop artists, and he has done work that Jeezy has not done.
I don't agree with that one.
I'm saying regarding
Trey Songz?
I'm saying regarding working with certain big artists.
You mean like Jay-Z?
Like collaborate. I'm just talking about collaborating.
Rick Ross.
Collaborating.
Tip.
I think that there's a certain. She's funny. I think that there's a certain group of people who will think that Gucci won.
Yeah.
It is.
Oh yeah, hands
But
down.
he has a core fan base.
He does.
He did do some collabs back in the day.
You're like shading Gucci
No,
right now.
no.
I don't appreciate it.
He did. He had the collab
But you're
with.
just making it seem like he just ain't did shit.
No, I ain't saying he hasn't done anything. I know what he's
And
done
give
for the
him
culture.
credit for the way that he turned his life around. He's a completely different
Listen,
person.
did. And I
this
think-
ain't the versus story of your life. This
But
is the versus battle of
I'm
music.
just saying you need to
But-
take
but
everything
here it
into
goes.
consideration.
What has
when
he
choosing
done
a winner?
when he got out of jail, right? Other than the anticipation of him getting out of jail, what was that moment?
No. I completely agree. Everyone was super excited for him to get out, and he got out, and it was like, well,
What happened?
what happened? But I still lemon pepper wings with the freeze cup. Come on.
Thug
That's your
Motivation.
go-to.
I'm just saying, like that's
Hold on.
like an anthem.
Thug Motivation. The whole album had a 10-year anniversary. It was that great.
All right, so we're going to get past those two.
Just saying.
Okay. So the next battle is T.I., which was originally T.I. and Jeezy, no longer. It's going to be T.I. and Lil Wayne. Who do you have in that?
Well, considering actually both of their antics lately, I probably won't be indulging in that either.
All right, for someone who's watching,
Okay.
Julio,
If we stick straight to music, it could go either way. I'm a fan of both of theirs. I'm a bigger fan of Tip, but I know everybody knows what Wayne's done. But if I go off their latest antics, I don't support anything that Wayne does going forward. Like
Thank you.
you got on the
Thank
stage
you.
and you said you rock with Trump. That's all I need to hear. At that point, I don't care about your tax bracket or the fact that you made the statement racism doesn't exist. Are you stupid?
Or the fact that you made the statement that foreign women are better. And then when they mentioned your brown-skinned daughter, you said she doesn't count. She's a millionaire.
And your first baby
Which is
mama?
probably why she's running around acting crazy with Lucci. But that's another story.
Well, I ain't got
I'm
nothing
let's
to
just
say.
not
saying.
bring Lucci
I ain't got
into
nothing to
this.
say
But
about
I'm
that.
Don't
just
bring
saying-
Lucci into this.
I'm just saying, as a father, it's like, and when you are Lil Wayne, Weezy F, whatever, when you are a person of that status, you hold that caliber. I more comes with that. Like I just expect more from you.
Well, she sounds like she has beef with Lil Wayne, and that's fine.
I mean, I have beef with
But
T.I. too.
We're gonna
as well.
and
Tip
T.I.
do?
No. We don't want to hear her beef with none of
He
that.
just talks too much.
See?
He talks too much.
Speaking of another woman who has a beef, Megan Thee Stallion. Meg Thee Stallion had a big week this week.
Congratulations.
She won the GQ Rapper of the Year. She's on the cover of the magazine.
You
GQ
said
rating
She's
that,
rappers?
the rapper
you
of the
said
year.
that in a very dismissive
GQ rating
tone.
rappers now, they
Well,
qualify?
I'm dismissing it because I know
You-
music and I understand how she got
What?
They qualify?
So you think it's out of sympathy? Are you
it.
insane?
No, I think it costs money. I think her record
So
label
you think that
paid.
they bought?
I know that for a fact.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow. Can you? You know what? It's only because she's a woman, and I don't appreciate it.
No, and I'm gonna tell you why
see
not.
her shirt?
No.
Black men don't cheat.
We don't.
We don't.
But I'm saying you just insinuated that her record label, which is probably ran by men, cheated and got her
That don't
on
mean
the
they were
cover.
black?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, they were black.
She has an album coming out. It's called a rollout. Yes.
No.
it
No.
is. She doesn't have an album coming out.
Give her credit where credit's due.
You know where I'll give her credit at? She got shot and she lived to tell about it. I will give her credit there.
Damn, that's low.
No, but she has some pretty low things to say in her interview with GQ magazine. She talked about Tory Lanez, which is a story that people at this point are kind of tired of hearing about if you're not going to tell us if he did it or not, which is fine. But in the interview, she basically said that Tory offered her and her friend, or her ex-friend, Kelsey Nicole, money in return for their silence.
Well, that sounds like he did it, and she's trying to admit it without saying, "Oh, he did it."
Well,
I'm just saying what it sounds
I think
like.
it's a great idea. You want some bread?
Hey,
I just
keep
need
me
you
out
to
of
chill
jail. You take some bread.
Yeah, absolutely.
He can make more money out here than he can in there. I'm just saying.
But that's
Do
not low.
you think he did it? That may be a stupid question coming towards you.
Why would that be stupid? Because
You seem pretty like feminist.
Just because I speak up for women does not determine me a feminist.
You know what the definition of being a feminist is?
Actually, that's
You're
it.
being misogynistic right now. How about that?
Hey, mansplain.
That's who I am.
But that's that's you.
Mansplain.
I'm asking you.
I'm not a feminist, but
Okay.
I will speak up for women.
Well,
Okay.
then that would make you a feminist, right? There's nothing wrong with it.
Meg,
He's saying it in such a, it's his tone. It's his tone for me.
don't do that for me. I want y'all to retire
It's
for
the tone
me.
for me. And
In
I don't
2020,
appreciate
when 2021 start on December 31st, I need you to leave that for me shit in 2020. It's gone a little too far, man. Another thing I want people to leave in 2020.
it. Corona.
No.
Oh,
Well,
hell yeah.
Corona
Oh,
need to
hell
stay,
yeah.
Corona need to stay in November. I need to go in December with a new wave of things happening. But another thing is, when we're on social media, come up with the original content. If someone posts something and it's like popping right now, bro, I don't need 30 million people to post the same thing. We follow them. We follow them.
we see
You're
it.
all posting the same thing. It's like, bruh.
Oh,
I
I'm
mean,
guilty
it's-
of that shit. If it's funny, if I think it's funny or like fuck Trump, I'm posting that shit.
But do people think? I want to know what like the mindset behind it when people do it. Like, do you do it thinking you're going to be the first person to do it?
no, I do it.
Do you do
I
it?
agree with it. With their
So
their
it's just an
sentiment of it.
agreement thing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
agreement, and I think it's funny especially if it's funny. I post it because I think it's funny.
Now, if they reposted it and they try to put their own little spin on it and added their logo to it and then tried to make it a meme, and now they're just repurposing it. And like you said,
You should give
just-
credit for it though.
I mean, I never said it shouldn't, but I'm just letting you know that what he said, yes, when you repost it, sometimes it's showing your agreements. And then sometimes people are just,
They're trying to get credit for it.
they're trying to get credit for it when they take it over, put their logo on it, and make it seem like they broke the story.
It's
or-
crazy when you see like 2-3 logos on, like, bruh.
Right?
Like, bruh.
like, what?
Bruh, you the third person that's seen with this today with second logo.
All jokes aside, I have a real question for
Okay.
Julio. Question: as a man, you met your wife at some point and decided that you wanted to marry her.
Yeah.
My question is, and I've asked a million people this question: at what point did you decide this is the only person I want to be with for the rest of my life? Like, did you like? And what point did you feel like you just knew it, or did you know it from the moment you saw her?
Nah, I don't think anybody. People say that. I think they say it to
Never
sound good.
understood that. How do you know?
You just know, like we
From
started.
first sight, though.
We
like-
started vibing off conversation. We met at work. I was the person that was training her when she came on the floor at work.
Okay.
And we just had regular conversation, and it was cool. Everything she was saying, I was vibing with. And for the longest, I had just came out of a relationship. You're not my girlfriend. You're the closest thing to it. And she just okay and stayed there. We went through some things, but she helped me grow up. She made me grow a whole lot and stop like. I literally used to shit on females, whether they knew it or not, just dogging them. I'm coming home at 7 a.m. and you ain't asking me why. Not my wife, but other females. We live together. I'm coming home 7 a.m. Savannah's like 15-minute ride. You not questioning none of this? I know you're doing your thing on the side. I didn't care. As long as I ain't catch it. So, yeah, my wife helped me
That's
grow up a whole lot.
awful.
She helped me grow up a whole lot. I mean, you just got to get to the point where you're tired of. I'm tired of having to even think of a lie to tell you. I'm tired of it.
So you got to it was more of an age thing, like you
a
got
maturity and being happy with who I was and being happy with her company.
Oh.
Yeah, you have to. If you can't be happy with each, just you two, marriage is not gonna last. You got to find your own thing that you can do, and then things you guys can do together, and how that can coexist.
My gauge is like, people always say, guys, when we have sex and we finish, the real you come out. Like the real me comes out.
Yeah.
And my gauge is like, and I'm single, but my gauge is, if I don't want you to leave, you're probably the one. Because 9 times out of 10, I want you to leave. So that's kind of my gauge. But I always wanted to ask, and I ask people who aren't married, but I wanted to ask someone who is married. Like, at what point does a man just, like, is there some light bulb that goes off? Or is it when you first meet her, you're like, oh, she's the one. Like, I don't ever want to deal with nobody else again. I mean, she's it.
And then money situations, like me and my wife, we went through it there. At a certain point, we weren't living on the street, but we were basically living out of a hotel. Mm-hmm. You can make it through something like that and still get to where we are. We are homeowners now.
Okay.
You can get through that, and I helped her get to her career of wanting to work in IT, and that's what she does. And she stood behind me when I wanted to work in radio. When I was interning, working at radio and working at Delta. And we're doing pretty well for ourselves and continue to prosper. So when you can make it through a money situation, and the first 5 years is no joke. By the way, that first 5 year thing is real.
Clap it up for Julio. What's your wife's name, man?
Her name is Tasha, man.
Clap it up for
Tasha
Julio.
with an O.
Tasha.
Tasha with an O.
Tasha with an O.
She hate when you misspell her name, so Tasha with an O.
Hey, man, that's a good story right there,
That is
man.
great.
Somebody's going to comment, he's a dog, he ain't shit, he's lying. I'm telling you.
I mean, it don't matter. As long as your wife know, as long as you know.
Oh, bro, I be telling everything, so ain't cutting nothing y'all say out of the woodworks that she don't. I'm telling you, the dirtiest thing she knows about.
Is she black?
Yeah, she is.
Why do you have to think about it?
She's comes from a mixed background, but she is black.
Oh, okay.
Both her parents are African American, but the slave master got in quarters. I'm just saying, it's being
She
real.
black.
She black
like you. No, what are you?
We're talking about Miss Tasha.
Y'all about damn near the same complexion.
Yeah,
he
y'all
ain't
are.
far off. He
I've
seen
seen-
pictures.
Yeah, she is.
Y'all about
Y'all
the
the
same
same.
complexion.
But anyway, that's our time for today, y'all. Let them know again where they can find you at.
Me first?
Yeah, ladies first.
Ladies first.
Great. Yay. Okay.
Now I'm going to go. I'm just playing. Go ahead.
Julio. Wait, do people call you Julio? Is that like a thing?
When you can't read, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, so my name is Cree. Once again, you can find me on all social media platforms at Questions with QRI.
And you can find me on social media at Julio ATL _.
All right, and you can catch me at the.co.show. Again, that's at the.co.show. And like I said, this is the CO Show podcast. It's the podcast where, like, when you on Instagram and you in the comments getting your shit off, ain't nobody gonna see it but you and your followers. But you can come right here, sit right here like my man did and Cree did, and you can get your shit off and everybody gonna see it. And we talk about dating, and everybody got an opinion when it comes to dating, but we ain't got no damn body, but Julio do.
Hell yeah.
And Cree, she somewhat got somebody in her mind,
I'm working on it.
but at least I'm facing the fact that I'm single. And we out.